Washington CNN At least 16 associates of Donald Trump had contacts with Russians during the 2016 campaign or transition, according to public statements, court filings, CNN reporting, and reporting from other news outlets. These communications came in the form of face-to-face meetings, phone calls, text messages, emails, and video chats. In the months after the election, Trump and his senior officials repeatedly denied that there had been any contact whatsoever with Russians during the campaign or that there were any ties between the campaign and Russians. Everyone on this list denies participating in any collusion with the Russians. 1. Former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort attended the June 2016 meeting at Trump Tower with a group of Russians who were said to have dirt on Hillary Clinton. He also met with and emailed Konstantin Kilimnik, his Russian business associate who is suspected of having ties to Russian intelligence. According to court records. 2. Senior Trump campaign official Rick Gates was also in communication during the campaign with Kilimnik, who has suspected ties to Russian intelligence. According to court records. 3. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn exchanged phone calls and text messages with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak during the Trump transition. He also was with White House senior advisor and Trump son-in-law Jared Kushner when they met Kislyak in Trump Tower during the transition. 4. Trump's son Donald Trump Jr. attended the June 2016 meeting at Trump Tower. Around that time, he had at least 3 phone calls with Emin Agalarov, the Russian pop star who helped arrange the meeting. Trump Jr. also was briefly introduced to Russian banker Alexander Torshin at a dinner during the National Rifle Association convention. Federal prosecutors said in 2018 that Torshin was the handler of alleged Russian spy Maria Butina. 5. White House senior advisor Jared Kushner also attended the Trump Tower meeting. During the transition, he met Kislyak and Russian state banker Sergei Gorkov. 6. Trump campaign advisor George Papadopoulos met a few times with Kremlin-connected Professor Joseph Mifsud and a Russian woman who falsely claimed to be Vladimir Putin's niece. He was also in touch with Ivan Timofeyev, a Russian foreign policy analyst. 7. Former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page met Kislyak during the Republican convention. He also met Russian lawmakers and an executive from the Kremlin-run oil company Rosneft during trips to Russia in July and December 2016. 8. Former Attorney General Jeff Sessions had 2 meetings with Kislyak during the campaign. The first was on the sidelines of the Republican convention. The second was in his Senate office in Washington in September 2016. 9. Trump campaign official J.D. Gordon also met Kislyak during the Republican National Convention. He says he spoke with Kislyak at 2 separate events. 10. Former Trump campaign advisor Roger Stone met a Russian man in May 2016 who called himself Henry Greenberg and offered dirt on Clinton for $2 million. Stone also exchanged private Twitter messages with Russian intelligence operatives posing as the hacker Guccifer 2.0.11. Former Trump campaign aide Michael Caputo was also in touch with the Russian man who went by Hank Greenberg. Caputo said he helped arrange Greenberg's meeting with Stone. 12. Trump associate Eric Prince met with Russian state banker Kirill Dmitriev during a controversial January 2017 trip to the Seychelles. Prince told Congress that they discussed business. 13. White House official Avi Berkowitz, who has served as Kushner's personal assistant, met with Kislyak during the Trump transition. 14. Former Trump attorney Michael Cohen was in touch with at least 2 Russian companies during the campaign that wanted to build a Trump Tower in Moscow. He had a 20-minute phone call with someone from the office of Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov about the project, according to court filings. And he spoke to a Russian man who claimed to have influential connections and offered political synergy with the Trump campaign, according to court filings. 15. White House senior advisor Ivanka Trump was in contact with the wife of the Russian who offered synergy to Cohen. Her spokesman confirmed that she received an email and passed it along to Cohen. 16. Trump business associate Felix Sater, who previously worked with Trump on real estate deals, was in touch with Russians as he worked with Cohen on the Trump Tower Moscow project. Copyright 2019 Cable News Network. Turner Broadcasting System, Inc. All rights reserved. Listen to CNN. Low bandwidth usage. Go to the full CNN experience.